fan of the Assassin's Creed series? Do you love Vikings and stuff around the Viking history? If you answered yes, then check out my review of Assassin's Creed Valhalla on the Xbox Series X coming up next on Mumbles. Welcome back everyone to another episode of Mumbles. In today's episode of Mumbles, we're reviewing this. This, my friends, is Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Guys, this is a game that just recently launched for multiple systems, and today I am bringing you a game review on it. So let's jump straight into this review, starting with some basic information about this game. Guys, first things first, on this video, I do want to tell you guys I am giving Assassin's Creed Valhalla an 8 out of 10 on our Mumbles review. If you want to know why, stay tuned. First off, guys, Assassin's Creed Valhalla can be picked up for the price of $60 and is available on the following systems. Those systems include Xbox One, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, and available exclusively for PC on the Epic Game Store. So guys, if you're looking into this game, those are the systems that you can get on it at the time of this review. Now guys, let's talk about what the description for this game reads. The description for this game reads, in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, become Eivor, a legendary Viking warrior on a quest for glory. Explore England's dark ages as you raid your enemies, grow your settlement, and build your political power. Lead epic Viking raids against Saxon troops and fortresses. Dual-wield powerful weapons and relive the visceral fighting style of Vikings. Challenge yourself with the most varied collection of enemies ever in Assassin's Creed. Shape the growth of your character with each choice and carve a path to glory. Explore Dark Age open world from the shores of Norway to the kingdoms of England. Personalize your expression by growing your clan's settlement. Basically, in simple terms, guys, Assassin's Creed Valhalla is a game in which you play as the main character, Eivor, and your goal is to build a thriving Viking settlement. Now, along the way, you will have the Assassin's Creed things that you normally do, stealth and combat and all that stuff, because this is the basic idea of this game. Now, guys, now that we get the basic idea done, let's talk about some of this more in depth, starting with the graphics, the soundtrack, and the controls. First off, guys, the graphics in this game has beautiful graphics. Guys, I am reviewing this on the Xbox Series X, and I can say that this game looks fantastic on the Xbox Series X. Guys, as far as the soundtrack goes, the soundtrack in this game is very well done. In most AAA games, you can expect for it to have a solid soundtrack, and this one is no different. Awesome soundtrack. Guys, as far as the control goes, the controls are very easy to control and handle. They are very easy for most players to pick up and play, and if you've ever played any of the Assassin's Creed games before, you kind of already understand the control scheme. Now let's talk about the gameplay. Guys, if you've ever played any of the Assassin's Creed games, you will know exactly what to expect here. Lots of combat and some sneaking around. In recent years, Assassin's Creed has become more of an RPG type game, and it has been a fun transition for the series. This game continues that thread, allowing the player to pick the skills they want to improve and the various weapons that they want to use. Like two-handed combat, you can use them. Want to use two different weapons? You can do that. Want to use shields? You can also do that. Guys, this game is all about making choices with your RPG and how you want to build your character and how you want to use your character. As far as the combat system goes, guys, there are some skills you're going to have to learn in order to get good at this game, such as dodging and parrying, switching between light and heavy attacks, and thereby managing your stamina system in order to make sure that you're ready to go against the enemy. All of this works together to make an interesting, fun-filled combat system for players of all types to mess with. Also, there is a lot of variation in how the larger enemies attack. So guys, the bigger enemies, more boss-like characters, do have a lot of various attacks that they will throw at you that really keep things interesting in the gameplay. With all that being said, guys, I do want to make myself 100% clear. The combat system is very basic at best, but it is very fun, so please do be aware of that. Guys, beyond the combat system, all the things that you love about Assassin's Creed are here. The stealth, the treasure hunting, the side quest. Now guys, in the spirit of a Viking-based game, you will have to build up a town as you progress through the game, meaning you will have to raid and pillage your way to the top. In addition to that, you will also have to make alliances and keep your people safe. So this game very much is done in the spirit of the Vikings. In addition to all this, guys, as with most traditional Assassin's Creed games, there are various puzzles and mini games throughout the game that keep things interesting and can give you a little bit of break from what Assassin's Creed is. And they all do a very nice job of complementing the story. I do want to make one special note here, guys. As far as the story goes, there are multiple endings to the story. So if this is something that really speaks to you or that you really love in games, this game does have them. Now guys, we're going to talk about the cons. And the first con that I have for this game is that the story moves very slow to start. Guys, it doesn't have a bad story, I'm not saying it does, but it's just a very slow moving story. Sometimes I found myself kind of losing interest in it a little bit, so I'm listing it here as a con so that everyone is aware of it. The second con for this game is that the basic foot soldier movement, the AI, could have used a little bit of an overhaul because you can kind of guess exactly what they're going to do. They're very predictable. So I would have liked to see the regular foot soldiers have a little bit more variation to their movements and their combat. Guys, now let's talk about is why I gave this game an 8 out of 10. But before I do want to ask you guys all a huge favor. If you have not already, please do subscribe to the channel, ring the little notification bell, and drop a like on the video. Helps the channel to grow, and just know how much I appreciate it. Now guys, let me tell you my thoughts and opinions on this game. Guys, Assassin's Creed Valhalla is a game that has a huge amount of history in it. Guys, from the game series that it's built on, Assassin's Creed, to the actual Viking history that it is built on, Assassin's Creed Valhalla does a great job of incorporating that historical element, incorporating what Assassin's Creed is into this game. However, guys, I can only give this game an 8 out of 10 because, as with most of these Assassin's Creed games and things like that, you gotta realize it's still an Assassin's Creed. It's still that same game series that we've been playing for many years. So there's nothing super new. There is a lot of good things here, but it's nothing that really uberly surprised me or made me, anything like that at this game. It very much is exactly what I expected to be, but it is very good. The only thing that I had a drawback on was that I did think the story moved a little bit slow for my taste. Even the combat with the foot soldiers and things like I said before, I didn't really focus on that as much. It was the story really that made me kind of knock it down just a little bit. It does have a good story throughout the game. It's just a little bit slow going as you start out. So take that for what you will. 8 out of 10 from me, guys. I hope you guys all enjoyed this. Please smack that subscribe button, smack the like button, and smack all those buttons. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care.